So we're going to do some djembe music here today, and I want to clarify a few things about djembe, a few things about my experience, but I want to mostly play. Who can tell me where djembe is from?
West Africa.
West Africa. Excellent. So it's good when we talk about Africa that we can be as specific as possible with what we're trying to get at. Now, it's true that djembe is from West Africa. Now, if I had to put a circle around where djembe is from, it'd be approximately right here. A place that used to be called the Old Malian Empire. Perhaps the best answer for the question, where is djembe from, is the Malian Empire. Now say, you tell your grandma that. Your grandma's not having it. You're like, I don't see no Malian Empire on the map. You're lying to me. I said, no, Grandma, the Malian Empire existed pre-colonization in Africa. So there's these lines were the result of colonization, which began in the late 1800s, done by Europe. So the old Malian Empire was in an area that right now contains part of Lower Mali, very, very eastern Senegal. Most of my masters will say the Tambacounda region of Senegal, eastern Senegal, is the only place in Senegal that has a relation to the djembe historically. Most Senegalese that I know, I only know one person in the United States that's from eastern Senegal, and he's in California. And all the rest of the Senegalese I know, and most of the Africans I know are Senegalese in the United States, are from western Senegal, which does not have a distinct historical link to djembe. So that's important because there's a lot of Senegalese around. So now, if I go around down here into Upper Guinea, Northeast Guinea, and maybe Western Burkina Faso, and Northwest Ivory Coast, a bit in there, but it's not from Northern Mali, not from...
Can I get some map holders, please?
Not from any place else except where it's indicated. And can you run tape like this way on the back here? Yeah, that might help. Good. So we have this area right here that used to be called the Malian Empire. Now, before we start drumming, which will be in brief moments, I'll tell you a little story while I demonstrate some sounds on the djembe. So my masters tell me that the djembe was created in the 13th century in the old Malian Empire. But before that, the women were the ones who created the rhythms. They created the rhythms here with the songs here. And they created the rhythms and the songs for the different things that would happen in the life of the village. Let's say for naming ceremony, there's a rhythm and a song. For initiation, rhythm and a song. Full moon, rhythm and a song. Big important person coming through the village, rhythm and a song. It's time to dig the dirt up because we need to feed ourselves and plant the seeds, rhythm and a song. Around the same time, the new moon. That is the name of the caste of blacksmiths in this culture. They're the ones that actually carved the first djembe. And I imagine that fateful day that one blacksmith, for some reason, put a goat skin, or perhaps it was antelope skin at that time, on a hollow shell and went like that. In villages in rural Africa, the sounds don't change every week. They don't change every month. They don't change every 10 years. 100 years will go by, you'll have the same sounds happening. So a new sound happening in a place like this, well, that's going to get some heads popping out of huts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people look out. Even the blacksmith himself is like, whoa. So this is how I imagine it went. He gets down, plays, like, okay, I dig it. That's a good sound. All right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And as he gets curious, he starts playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. He says, hey, okay, there's some other sounds that can happen here. three-noted musical instrument. You can play a beat on djembe. You could also play one note on a piano. But I'd much rather play a song, wouldn't you? I'd much rather play music than a beat. So I'm going to use this three-noted musical instrument to play melody and harmony and rhythm, which the last time I heard is the very definition of what music is: melody, harmony, and rhythm. Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. In the tradition of djembe, you cannot have traditional djembe without involving the dunun drums. You can play djembe your whole life, have a great life as a djembe player, but you can't play the tradition without involving the dununs. The melody and the harmony that results in the three voices of the low dunun ba, the high kinkani, and the medium pitched songban are really most often what identifies a rhythm. I'll show you djembe parts for the rhythm we're going to do, but that djembe part can be found in 100 other rhythms. It's the unique combination of these three that's going to tell you what rhythm it is. All right? So today we're going to be doing a rhythm called soli. And near the end I'll explain who that cat is over there and what Tam Tam Mandang is. It's recently been renamed Tam Tam Mandang Djembe Academy. So we're going to be today covering a rhythm, and I understand you've covered this with Brandon, soli, right?
4 or 5 of us, yeah.
Okay, good. That shows you how much I don't know here. All right, good. So, soli, each one of these rhythms has an oral history, as if to say the name of it, why it was played, who played it, where it was played. And for our purposes here, let's add who our source teacher is from. Because these masters, I have several master teachers. I represent one, but I've learned a lot of stuff from different ones in the same area, and they have slightly different ways of doing things. It's all good. All right, just make sure you cite your source like a good data collector. So let's see. This is Guinea right here, where I've been 6 times, situated in West Africa. My main teacher, Mami Keita, is from Guinea. Most of the repertoire I know is not from just Guinea, but Upper Guinea. You see Hauti Guinea here. All right, this area right here. Soli, the soli that we're going to play is going to be from this area. Soli is an initiation rhythm played by the Malinke ethnic group in Upper Guinea. Sometimes this way, the one that we're going to do here today is called soli rapide in the world of Mamadi Keita. All right? If we have time, we'll add soli lant to that. Or maybe we'll do a tasty arrangement that one of my teachers, Bemba Bengora, did. Not sure. We'll see how fast it moves. So for right now, I want to demonstrate the rhythm. For those of you who have some familiarity with it, we need to demonstrate the rhythm to begin with the end in mind for those folks who haven't played it at all. So the folks who have played it, let me demonstrate each part first, and then I'll need to have folks come up and help me play them so we can play them all at once. All right, let's do this. Songban for soli. Actually, Leah, where are you going to be sitting? Okay. I need the break for soli. All right. This music moves on signals, referred to sometimes as breaks. A very common break in the world of djembe goes like this, soli rapide, okay? Like that. If she does that break, I'm going to start in the songban in this way. Go ahead. Like this, go. Yes, no problem. All right, good. So let's go to kinky. Do the bell a couple ways depending on how comfortable we are. Say you need a little help staying on the offbeat. Maybe you get do the bell like this. notes hit separately, what's that referred to? Like 3 notes hit separate times, what's it referred to as? Melody. Hit 2 notes, 3 notes hit together at the same time, it's considered what? Harmony, right? Okay, so we're going to start seeing the melody and the harmony happening in the doonoots at this moment. Ready? See that happening? All right, one more time.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's coming together now. All right, doodle-bop. So I need someone in a moment to play this while we play all 3, or play that while we play all 3. Doodle-bop or soli rapide. Again. So who's got that or this? And I'm saying to demonstrate, you got it. You're like, come on, that ain't even hard. Give me that. I'm not saying I want to learn it right now. I'm saying you got it. Anybody, who? Who's brave? Maybe someone. Good. This one? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, you have any questions? You got it? Okay. No questions? Nice. Great. I like it. Go ahead. Nice. Good. Let's go again. Make sure this wasn't a happy mistake, all right? Here we go. Good. No problem. Could have been an artistic choice. All right, good. Excellent. Good. Now I need you all to stay here, and then someone to play kinkini while I demonstrate the djembe parts. All right. You got kinkini? Djembe parts are very, very simple for soli. All right. There's some good solo phrasing and otherwise, but no dooners just now. All right. Part 1, part 2 for soli. Now I'm going to give the break. We'll go to part 2. With djembe, it's important to articulate, to speak clearly. If you don't speak clearly, try making a speech with some mashed potatoes in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? People aren't going to get what you're saying because you're not speaking clearly. You know what I'm saying? All right? So hold that standard for djembe. When you play djembe, try to be clear. Don't give blah, blah, blah. No, there's no note called blah in djembe. There's slap, tone, bass, if you're going to do the tradition. If you're not going to do the tradition and you do drum circle, which is fine. You're going to play with your friend who's a folk guitarist? Excellent. Do all kinds of dipsy doodle on there. Make your own stuff up. It's good. No problem. When you play the tradition, be clear. If you can't be clear, All right. Ready? Djembe part 1. 2 notes. Ready? Yep. Nice. Part 2 with 2 notes. No, 3 Excellent. That's where we're going. Now I need this many butts and this many seats on these drums. I need 3 more people on dunuts. Go.
You got that other stick that we were using?
Is this one? I think. Table.
Okay, we got it.
It's a table, right?
You got this. This is the ones that come with these two.
Ah!
We only have one left. We got two. Nice. You broke that for us.
What's that?
So,
Alright, so let's get used to djembe. Make sure when you're learning, you take in all of what's being taught. Okay? So if you see me sitting with it like this, then sit with it like this. If you see me sitting with it like this,
Hey, one more on Kinkini.
sit with it like this. If you see me sitting with it like this, sit with it like this.
Come on, somebody's brave. Let's go.
Okay.
It's fun, man. Come on. It's a good part.
Good. If you see me sitting with it like this, please sit with it like that. If you see me sitting with it like this, please sit with it like this.
Is there anybody that can't do this here?
Sir? You can let it down on the floor and get rid of that thigh master exercise, unless you're into that kind of thing. I'm not mad at you. Alright? Good. So move that rope out of the way. That's a strap, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You like those. That's cool, man. Bet it looks good on stage too. Alright, good. So sit with djembe in a good way. You want to project out to your audience. You want to let the voice of the djembe come out from beneath. Alright, always. If you have hair on it, if you see hair, or if you see a line, play with it. Hair going away, line. Okay? If you have no line, then just do the best you can. Alright, that one, there's the line, the playing surface is where the handle is. And generally, that's going to be true if it's someone put together the drum that knows what's going on. Alright, there we go. There's handles on almost all of the drums. If you find a handle, play with the handle towards you. Handle is just a little piece of something, something. Good, 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 good. Now, make your back unshaped like a parenthesis. Yeah. Project out. Everything with djembe is projecting out. And this is projecting in. This is projecting out. So please, bring that to djembe. All right. Y'all, just a second. All right, so let's go bass, bass, snap, snap. Relaxed. In fact, more relaxed than anyone is generally used to in the hands. So go like this with your hands. Don't be tense in your hands, all right? Start with bass real quick. So bounce your hands on. Many of you are going like this. Get rid of that. Many of you are going like this. Get rid of that. Get rid of everything except your hands bouncing singularly off the center of the drum like a ball bouncing off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Ma'am, go like this, real tense. Good. Now, release that. Now use this one. Everybody. Let's go. So your entire hand should be hitting the drum at the same time. If you're holding your fingers up, notice that you're holding your fingers up off the skin. And then let that not happen. 3, 4, stop. Good. Now come to this position. Good. Now do this, like this. See that kind of a triangle situation going on? I'm gonna keep your thumbs out of the way, keep a curve in your hands. Good, good, good. Like this. All right, now lightly, let your fingers bounce off. Don't bring your fingers down, let them bounce off. 2, 3, 4, stop. Now, I'm gonna hit one time. Notice notice where my fingers are not, which is here. They are not here. All right? So watch yourself. Let's do one hand like this. Ah, there you go. Other hand. 2, 3, 4, stop. Now, djembe won't mean to hurt you, but if you don't treat her right, she'll hurt you. So, find this knuckle. This knuckle, find the underside of that, and just do what I'm asking you to do. Gently place it on top of the wood here. And know that this is where you do not want to hit it. Bone on wood means bone loses. You dig? All right? So, know this place, so if you go there, no. So watch what I'm going to do. About a centimeter that way, and I'm in a good way. That knuckle's in a safe place. All these knuckles are in a safe place. Don't play djembe like this. You'll bruise the knuckles, and you won't get much power. So use this natural hinge in here to be the place that rests on the bearing edge. Okay? So, let's go tone together. Well, actually, no. Let's just go the part. We're going to go slap, tone, slap. Slap, slap, slap. What you got? Who's left hand? Raise your hand. No? All right. Right-handed. Take my hand in. Notice what hands I'm using when. And see if your hands are doing the same thing. All right. Start playing your cards and see what comes next to you. Hit them. All right. Feel it from this end? Yeah. Good. Be mindful. If I do this, I want you to do that. However, if you see me going like this, I don't want to see this. Really? Observe. See what I'm doing. Let everything that I'm doing come to you. Okay? All right, good. So now, repeat after me. That's all tones. That's fingers together. That's the break we're going to use for soli. Okay? Do. That'll start us. Okay? So, if you do the break into the part, we're going to go okay? All right? So let's do that. We'll do the break together and go and start the part. You all start from the break. Okay? All right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, break. break, bring in the songband. Break, bring in the kinkini. Break, bring in the dunumba. Break, bring in the djembe. Okay? Here we go. Break for the songband. Ready? 1, 2, give it a break. But this special djembe that I just picked up is a bass djembe. It's got a cow skin like the dunums. So let me see that for a second. It's not played like a normal djembe. See that? Very low. The way Mamadi has it tuned usually, he says lower than the kinkini, higher than the songband. Let's hear this. Kinkini. Okay, slower than that. It's your songband. Yeah, it's still in there. Good, 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 good. So you're gonna play a special part. All right, good. Bass djembe is not really part of the tradition. In fact, the deeper you drill into traditional djembe, you find that in a lot of smaller areas, there's no dundumba, or there's no bells. Or, like say for a rhythm called cuckoo, it's a very popular rhythm called cuckoo. That's actually from southern Guinea, down in the forest, down in there. There's only a few rhythms I know down in the forest, and they don't have dundums. Original cuckoo was 2 djembe accompaniments and 1 lead bass djembe. But if you hear it, and then you hear the way cuckoo is adapted to dununs and everything, you hear the same thing. The essence of the rhythm is still expressed, you know, but in its original form, it wasn't 3 dununs and a couple 3 djembes. It's different, you know? So a lot of times this arrangement of dununs and djembes like this is called djembe orchestra. Because really, if you say it's traditional djembe, the more you learn about traditional djembe, you see that it's not exactly that, you know? So I just wanted to put that out there. So now, second djembe accompaniment for soli. We're gonna go like this. Now, first, tell me what I'm doing. If I go, what am I doing? What notes am I playing? Slap, tone. Right. So, from the break, see? Be mindful of my handling, alright? I'm gonna go break. Alright, that handling is important, alright? Now, break and go. Questions? What can happen?
You want us in?
Yeah! Alright. Alright? 1, 2, 3, break! starting on a signal that starts it all together, it's fine, except that's not really what this music is. If you can't hear the music without hearing the 1, 2, 3, 4 go, then you're really not hearing the music. This music is a shape and a color and a situation that's called Soloist. It's all together one thing. So try to, in playing the parts that you're playing, try to rise above the music and hear the single thing that's being created by the combination of these parts. Okay? Good. That'll be, I think, better. Good. So now, handing this part, you said you're all right-handed, correct? Okay? The reason I'm saying the handing is important is because for the Malinke and Bambara ethnic groups, the two dominant ethnic groups in the world of djembe, the handing is dictated by an underlying flow. Some people call it ghosting, some people call it hand over hand. But when you see this movement, everything is on this. Like say for instance, if I go, see that? I can put it in this movement. Say if I put that other part in this movement. Making sure that the relationship between the two parts is going to be it's got to be that relationship. If you don't hear that relationship happening, somebody moved. And maybe they didn't know, maybe you have to move to be in a good spot now so you're making soli again. And maybe that movement has moved away from the dundums. Oops, you know what I'm saying? So make sure all the pieces are together so you're making soli and you know that you're doing that. If you're not sure it's happening, it's likely it may have slipped and you're not playing soli anymore. But, you know, if you keep playing it, give it a name, put it on your CD, it's probably great. You know what I mean? If you stay in time and go, it's not like a crime has been committed, but it's just about what you're intending to do. If you're intending to play soli, you have to make sure the puzzle pieces are together in a way that makes soli and doesn't accidentally make something else that's just fine too. You dig? All right? So now, let's do break into that part. So it's going to break, and slap. Your pulse is on your heavy hand. Pulse in this part. But it's not tricky, right? It's not that. Don't let you know. So my first African teacher, Yaya Kabo, my first djembe teacher was Michael Marcus. He's not African. Amazing, amazing player and teacher. Yaya Kabo, my first African djembe teacher, would say, give a free slap on the right and then go from the left. That's what he taught me, and then 8 years later I realized the parts actually slap, slap, tone, tone. You know what I mean? But then I go back to how he taught because I understand why he taught it that way. Because it feels like it's da-da-do-da, 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 and it is, but it's also ba-ba-do-do-ba, ba-do-do-da, ba-do-do-da. You see what I'm saying? After it gets rolling, it doesn't really look like what it is. So let's go from the break into that part. Good?
Doing it.
Here we go. 2, 3, break! good. You're trying to pay attention. So we got one word here. What I mean to say, one thing that's a meaningful thing that you have to respond to. You don't have to respond to the part. This is the part. The break right now is your only vocabulary word in the world of this situation, right? So the only thing you have to do anything for is break, you start, or break, you stop. Otherwise, a responsible soloist doesn't cleverly do things that sound like the break. That's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That will mess your ensemble up and it's not good. You know what I mean? So I will always try to do things that are very far away from the break in my solos. That way you hear the break and you know that it's the break. Okay? So let's do this again. All right, go in, and then you hear the break, you stop. You don't hear the break, don't stop. Here we go. Let's do the break together. And now, since we got both parts, who's feeling real comfortable with that second part? I know some people are probably not, but some people are. Yes. So now, two things with djembe. There's handing, then there's the touch. I definitely want you to hear this, all right? No, ma'am. There's the touch, and there's the handing. The touch of djembe is always bouncing. If you're not bouncing, you see what I'm saying? So don't choke the djembe's mouth, all right? You gotta let the djembe's hands bounce, right? This, that's not it, all right? You're gonna drain your energy, you're gonna leave her tired. Wait, go like this. Okay, now go like this. Okay, notice you didn't change the way you were.
No.
Now go like this. Good. Watch this. Sing. Let your fingers be passively bouncing. So don't try to not control them. As a matter of fact, here's an exercise I do a lot of times with people, because that's a common thing. People are too much like that. So do this. Aha. So your fingers have to be off the skin and they're bouncing in order to do this. Keep this. You have a little bit more power to bounce your fingers off. Good. So now, keep that light bounce, that light touch. Feel the lightness of it. This heaviness, woo! No. Djembe is too loving for that, all right? You give to djembe, djembe gives back. If djembe is not giving back, it's because you're not letting djembe give back. This, drain down. This, hello, I'm lovely. You see what I'm saying? It's great. All right, so try to let it bounce. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. How about the four of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, do the, and the four of you do the, you do the. See that? Yes. Okay, so you got a lot of space. Good. Basic djembe is kind of like a djembe doon hybrid. You know, it's kind of in there. So we do one break, all go into the part, all this, okay? Here we go. 2, 3, break. You know why I say that? Because guess what that was not? Wasn't Soli. Soli goes boozing, boozing, doom, bidit, boozing, boozing, doom, bidit. Did you hear that? Were you listening for that? Part of the reason usually people don't hear it is because they weren't listening for it. So So now let's go into it and listen for that. All right? Potty pot. Did you notice on this part what doo-doo part is very, very much this? Three of you with the nice doo-doos, my doo-doos with the colorful rope, you play. Okay, the other three, don't play for a second.
Wait,
Watch,
is that the
I'm gonna do this, that part, see which doo-doo is like super, you know, related to this. Ready? Which one is it? The little kinkany. Okay? Play the kinkany part. Try to look at those relationships, and that way, if you're not sure if it's soli or not, you know, look at what you know. See if that one's together, you know. See if the pulse falls on. If the step for soli is see like that? See that? Western educated music people, you like talking about the one, right? Yeah? It's like, that's important to you, right? That's what the one is. Africans could care less about the one. The one is no different than any other thing. They don't even give it a name. The music is, you know what I'm saying? So try to look at it like that. And Aaliyah struggles. She's telling me about her struggles of not numericizing things, you know? I get it. But try to hear it as an organic thing, all right? So now, how much time do you have? 15 minutes? All right, let's see. Okay, djembes. Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Listen to me. 2, 3, just me. 1, 2, just me, and let's go together now. 1, 2, go together now. 1, 2, let's go together now. Now, if I say that's where we're going. That's right. All right, so your response is going to be, yeah, right, 15 minutes, I know. Aha, okay. So your response is going to be, and go. Do do da 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 do do da 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 da. Do do da 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 do do da 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 da. And say. And say. And say. Good. So let's say, if I go bring, zing, zing. Okay, I've got the 10-minute version. Okay, good. So So if I say break, boozing, boozing, bidi da 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 da, bidi da 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 da, bidi da 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 da, bidi da 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 da, boozing, now after you go, you just have to wait for the break. So you're doing twice, then you wait for the break that you know. Break, for me, and then you start, okay? So, no problem. So I'm gonna go, they go like that. They go like that. They go like I go like this, and then no, don't play that.
Third time.
Listen, okay? Boozing, boozing. Potty, see what I'm saying? Alright, so after you do that, twice, just sit and chill until you hear you go. Okay? It's a slight modification.
And then we're going into the regular parts, right?
Yes. Keep your regular parts. Now, you start from the break, Kinky starts from the break, you go. You're not part of the arrangement. Your normal part. Y'all, in the beginning, you hear what the melody's happening, right? Just go boozing, boozing. Yeah, you're just doing your normal part. You're just doing your normal part, you're just not repeating it. Okay, so in the arrangement, you hear, for the beginning, boozing, boozing.
Hey, we're just
Okay? Yes, now in the beginning, actually go boom, 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 boom. One note short in your normal part. Okay? Let's try this. I'll do the breaks. Y'all just watch out. Alright? You two, from the break, continue. Keep going. Alright, here we go. Watch out for that. Okay, some of you heard it, some of you didn't. Okay? I'm gonna go like this. Just know this break. Try to not think about what's happening or you know what I mean. Just hear the break, and go. Okay? Here we go.
Bangora's original idea, but we kind of modified it for a 6-minute version. That's good. That was really good. All right, the name of this rhythm is Soli. It is from Upper Guinea, West Africa. It's not from Ethiopia. It's not from Chad. It's not from Botswana. Someone comes to you and they say, I'm a master djembe player from Zambia. We can play some traditional Zambian rhythms. Say, Taylor says you lie. There's no traditional djembe from Zambia. All right? They sell djembes from everywhere in the world. That doesn't mean djembe came from that place. And it also doesn't mean you can't make up your own rhythm and give it a name. You know, why not? I got it. You know, I got 3 CDs of original stuff. Cool. One great master, Famudu Konate, once said in a class, he's like, why don't you people make up some djembe music? You know, it was like one of the things, he said it like, what's your problem? That you don't. And I love that he said it like that. I was like, yeah, that's right. Because the tradition is one thing in Africa and everything like that. But the context is different here. So that doesn't mean we should rename things that already have a name or play those things any less clearly. But that doesn't mean we can't create our own thing here and make it equally as valid. You dig what I'm saying? So play djembe clearly though. If you want to study piano and study Bach and Mozart and all that good stuff, and you want to make up your own stuff, you're probably not going to not practice technique, right? You're going to practice technique, right? Because you want to be clear on your instrument, right? Djembe, please practice technique on djembe when you play djembe so that when you play slap, you hear slap. If you play tone, you hear tone. When you should hear it, all right? Articulate clearly on djembe. Too many people, they blah, blah, blah on djembe. I don't like blah, blah, blah. It's not clear, all right? So just practice tone and slap. If you think you got tone and slap, it's clear, play it for somebody else who knows nothing about it. And you know, say this is slap, this is tone, this one kaka, this one doo-doo, tone slap. And then play some phrase for them and have them tell you what you did. Then you'll know. And after you wipe away the tears, you go back in the practice room and practice for another few months. You come back and you ask that same person to play a phrase, and they say, yes, you know, they say what you meant to say. Now you're starting to get it. You get what I'm saying? All right? Because we can do this in our minds. We can hear it here. It's not happening here, but we don't know because we know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? All right? I've seen this. I've been there. I've been that person. So, know this. Now, we got a couple minutes, just a couple. Mamadi Keita is my main teacher. And over 20 years ago, he started a school called Tam Tam Mendang. Because after over two decades in the Ballet Joliba, which was the national ballet of Guinea, West Africa. Ballet is a word they use to describe a multi-ethnic group performing ensemble that has, it's like, you know Delta blues, you know, real basic blues, dude on the back porch, right? Dog died, wife left me, trailer park burned down, you know what I mean, kind of thing, right, by himself. Then you have blues with horns and 10 other instruments. You see what I'm saying? Djembe traditional, 1 or 2 players in the field for the, you know, for the farmers, maybe a songbon player. The ballet was actually had a lot to do with decolonization of the entire area. What happened in Guinea was that Sekou Touré put together a multi-ethnic group performing ensemble to show the world what Guinea had to offer in terms of culture. So that meant to say, if you're Malinke and you live in Upper Guinea, you don't know any Susu people that live over here, or Landuma people who live over here. You don't know the Manian and the Toma people that live down there. You just don't ever come across each other because you don't got a car, you don't got a bike, you just hear. So what he did was a unique thing. He took the best stilt walkers, djembe players, dancers, comedians, whatever, and put it together. So now we've got Cats, Oklahoma. It's like that, you know what I'm saying? There's an artistic director now. There's a costume designer now. There are costumes now. It's a show now. Originally, in the tradition, it wasn't a show. It was no more or less part of the work than digging in the ground. You know what I'm saying? It was part of that. So now we have the show, and it goes on the road and tours the world. Mamadi was part of one of those major performing ensembles for over 2 decades. He landed in Europe in the 80s after that was over, saw that djembe was being misrepresented, and decided to start teaching, and created a school of djembe, the only school in the world of djembe called Tam Tam Mendang, We just changed the name to Tam Tam Mendeng Djembe Academy. And now it's 20-some years later, and so many people have studied with him for so long that he began certifying people to open branches of Tam Tam Mendeng in his name. I am the branch is called Tam Tam Mendeng Chicago. I'm the only school of Tam Tam Mendeng in the Midwest. And there are right now just 3 in the United States. There's a bunch in Asia, I forget how many there are in the world right now, but they're popping up all over the world. So how do you get a school? There's tests and stuff like that and certain criteria. You can find it on the internet, as a matter of fact. I'm really pushing hard for professors and stuff who teach djembe to get certified in TTM, and I can help you with it. And it's very good. So we will, in doing this, we will raise the awareness of djembe and its cultural, it's a beautiful instrument. Its music is beautiful, but it's got to be played clearly. And if you're going to represent it, you have to represent it accurately. If you misrepresent an oral tradition, which this is, orally, then you rewrite the history of that culture. You see what I'm saying? It's too easy to do that. If I tell you it's in American history, it's the blue coats are coming, the blue coats are coming, you're going to say, no, you're lying. I see, look at this book. It says it right here. We don't have that, in this area of the world. It's all oral tradition. So treat that oral tradition carefully, if we want to preserve it. That's it. I think you have to go now, right? If you don't have to go, I'll take questions, but we're a school here, so I know you guys got things to do after this. This is like straight up comedy, this one.
Yeah, I want to just throw out there that Taylor will be teaching a class at my house tonight at 7 o'clock. If anyone wants to come, just come and ask me and I'll give you my address. He's also teaching a class tomorrow night at Belly Dance Grand Rapids. He'll be doing, it's a 2-hour class from 7 to 9, and there will be a dance class going on at the same time. So the drummers will learn a rhythm with Taylor, the dancers will learn a dance with Heather, and then we'll come together and do that djembe dance dialogue, where the djembe calls out something and the dancer responds to it.
So I forgot to mention one important, maybe the most important thing with djembe. There's djembe, there's dun-dun, then there's the thing that the djembe and the dun-dun is serving. You see? That's how it is. If it's a farmer, okay. If it's a ritual, okay. If it's a dancer, okay. But the question is, what are these instruments serving? If you got nothing here, serve each other. Djembe serve the dun-duns, but with intention, you know what I mean? Don't just play arbitrarily for no reason. Make sure you're intentionally connecting to the music. You're intentionally fueling the situation. If you see a dancer come out and you have a djembe, if you're not looking at that dancer, oh man, you've created a djembe crime right there. All right, I'm telling you. Djembe and dance like this. Djembe and whatever it's serving, it needs to be like that. It's about service. It's not without service. Is that it?
One last thing,
Yes.
a couple last things. Taylor is selling CDs and drums,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're interested.
And DVDs. I
And
got
DVDs, hit them up. If you didn't sign the attendance sheet and you're in one of the music performance classes or a class that required you to be, make sure you sign that attendance sheet. Do you still have it, or the notebook? Andres had it? Okay, well, if you didn't get to sign that and you need to, let's find another piece of paper, get your name on it so that we can go. All right? And let's give Taylor a great